Hi. Um, it's the week after Thanksgiving. It's Friday. And it was a really good holiday in our household. Hope it was in yours if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Food wise, everything was fine. I'm 8/10 of a pound higher than I was the day before Thanksgiving, which was a new low. So that's cool. And I really feel like I've kind of found my rhythm with food. I'd like to lose 8.9 more pounds. May or may not happen. I'm very pleased with where I am. I feel very good. Um, this is a good time of year to reassess, ask yourself questions, answer questions. A lot of us make lists, resolutions. I try not to do that anymore. It's kind of not always helpful to make resolutions. You can be setting yourself up for failure. But I think I'm ready to make some serious, not changes, challenges. I'm ready to embark on some challenges. And I'm going to put them out there. We'll see what happens. I have loved doing these videos. I've been doing them for I don't know how long, 2 or 3 months maybe. I'm not sure how long it's been. And I've gotten such touching feedback from this and my blog. People will email me directly because there's contact information on my blog and my Facebook page. And it's humbling. I'm not a medical professional. I'm a amusingly intelligent, well-educated, curious person. Curious about this anyway, and I've had a life-changing experience. And it's something that I wish I had known earlier. Not earlier, sooner, decades ago. I'm going to correct that. I did know it. I wasn't ready to embrace it. Didn't know as much as I know about the very low carb, high fat portion. I was familiar with generally low carb. So, what I am at heart is a writer. I've been doing the videos because, frankly, it's a lot easier to start talking into an iPhone than it is to sit down and write. I like to do both. I want to be able to continue doing this. In order to do so, I feel like I need to have a portion of what I'm doing be something where I can try to make a buck. I'm not trying to sell anything. Frankly, if anyone was interested in anything I have to say and willing to pay me $1 for it, I'd be honored. But I think what I'm going to try to do, particularly as the year comes, I've had questions about things I think maybe people really would be interested, like what happens with all the skin? So 2017 may be my year to find out what happens with all the skin. I do have some loose skin. And it is something I need to have addressed. So I was thinking of making a series kind of walking through that process. What happens when you get to goal? Do you start eating carbs again? No, I won't be eating carbs again. But what do you do when you get to goal? It's a logical question. If you can hear the chickens in the background, I'm in front of the chicken yard. So you get to goal, so you start eating carbs again. Well, no, of course, that would be counterproductive. It might be intuitive to do it, but so what happens? What happens when you get to goal? What happens as you continue to age? What happens if you incorporate a lot of exercise, which I am going to be doing? I will be writing about my experiences doing a series of sprint triathlons about 7 years ago when I was really big too. And I thought, oh, this will be the thing, move more, eat less. No, that didn't work. I mean, I did the sprint triathlons, but it was kind of comical. I enjoyed them for the most part, but it was not a way to lose weight. So, but I want to incorporate more exercise because I frankly have not been exercising. I get my steps in based on my Garmin smartwatch that tells me how many steps to get in every day. So it ends up now I'm up to about 4.5 miles a day. Sometimes 5, it just depends. Just doing steps, just walking. So a series on that. And then some things that have not so much to do specifically with weight loss or the ketogenic diet, but how we get here. How did I get to the point where I was ready to change? I get that question a lot. You know, the so-called aha moment. And that has really very little to do with food. That has to do with and so here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. On my blog, anyway, I'll keep an open portion, but I may set up a little thing where folks can Skype with me if they have questions. I'm not a medical professional. All I can do is talk to my experience and my understanding. But I can, because I enjoy research, if someone has a specific question, what happens with this? And I have access to people who know, and I have access to resources that are good, trusted, science-based resources. I'm happy to do the research. Product reviews. What kinds of things really work? Book reviews, book reports. You know, I'll read the book and I'll break it down. I'll give, should you buy it or go to the library and get it or something. I don't know. I'm really almost just having a stream of consciousness here video because I just decided to plop down this camera and bring up this topic. And then I started talking, which is my way. So I'm thinking of doing that. As far as the videos that are on my YouTube channel, there is a way to add to it. I think there's a little thing in the corner, whether you're looking at it or not, it says, support this site or something. And you can, donate something, which sounds kind of weird to me, but people have done it. I was very surprised to see that people have been very kind. And it was really touching. And it motivates me to keep going, and it makes me want to provide good content. I have not done the what I ate today video so much because frankly it is very monotonous. Some bacon, some cheese and meat, and then maybe some pork rinds dipped in sour cream, and then wine at night or adult beverage or gin and tonic. So it's very boring as a rule. But people have decided they get some benefit out of the content. I want to keep doing this. While I am a very fortunate and indulged person, and my lovely mate never asks a thing of me, I actually have had a career for about 30 years, which has been woefully neglected over the last few months as I've been doing this. So I need to kind of find a balance. Do I keep moving forward? Is anybody interested? Is there value added to it? I will be attending conferences on low carb, and usually at these conferences there's an opportunity to ask the world experts. I mean world experts, people who know this stuff, and some who have been working on it and studying it, researching it for 40 years. No one listened to them because we're supposed to do low fat. So they were kind of heretics. But the science is there. So, I'll go to the conferences, and maybe if you have a question, let me know the question, and I can take notes, and I can maybe do some little interviews with these world experts if they would give me 3 minutes of their time. I don't know. Again, thinking out loud. This has been a really rough month for me and a lot of people emotionally. Last time I said that, I lost a bunch of subscribers. That's fine. It's been a tough time here in the United States for many people. And that is another thing that's trying to help, that's making me want to kind of center on something very positive. I want to do something positive. The only thing I can control is what I do. I mean, I really, when it comes down to it. So I want to do something positive for myself, throw some positivity out into the universe. If one person can get helped, I'd be thrilled. This is a kind of a weird video. I'm really going on. Thank you for indulging me in it. Thank you for the most kind comments that I've gotten, the private messages, the encouragement, the feedback. I was kind of prepared for some snarky retorts when I started this, and my husband actually, said, "Do you want to do that? You want to put yourself out there, make yourself vulnerable to?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I'm ready for that." Almost exclusively, people have been kind and supportive, and there's such a hunger to know what to do for us to get control of our lives. And so many of us have felt victimized by food. Sounds silly. I used to feel victimized by food. Of course, I internalized that and I said, I not that I was a victim, I was a jerk, I was a fool, I was a lazy cow. All the things, if you're an overweight person, all the things you've called yourself, that's what I call myself many times, every day. Usually every time I put a spoonful of something in my mouth. That's gone. That's worth everything. And if we can all get there, not only will we be better people, will we function better, the world will be better. No joke. Think about the downstream benefits of all this on the healthcare system. If we reversed this huge steamliner of people who are getting or developing type 2 diabetes or heart disease, heart disease is a metabolic thing. You don't get heart disease because you're fat. You're fat for the same reason you get heart disease or diabetes, in my understanding. That's a topic for another video. So let's talk about a little bit of food, just because this is supposed to be a low-carb thing. So I'm 0.8 of a pound above my lowest weight. That's very normal. I've been fluctuating back and forth over the same pound and a half or two for, sometimes that happens. I would really like to lose the 8.9 pounds by January 8th. That's the day I started the ketogenic diet. It will be 3 years. So I'd like to do that, may or may not make it. Thanks a lot. This is, again, going on. It's self-indulgent. Thank you for the comments. If you think that there's any reason that I should try to make these videos and my writing on my blog more of a focus of the time I spend, if you hear what I'm meaning, if you think there's any value to it, let me know. I don't expect to retire, but I would like to justify the time that it takes to write and to put the videos together, so that I don't feel so bad that I'm ignoring my actual day job as much. Thanks. I hope everyone had a good holiday, that we all survived it. I've had some comments that some folks for Thanksgiving had made, there was the normal, then they also had ketogenic dishes, side dishes. And that the non-low carb people ate the side dishes and loved them. And that some of the carby stuff was left over. How fantastic is that? So it's funny, the food can be very good. Christmas holidays can be a little bit more challenging, even because there's so much sugar around, it's just everywhere. We won't have any sugar in our house, and I don't have trouble avoiding it right now, but it did take a minute to get over that addiction. So hang in there if you're struggling with it, and just try to take it 15 minutes at a time if you can't take it a day at a time. Thanks a lot. I look forward to hearing from you. Um, I would love some topics. You know, if someone wants to, like the skin, like what do you do when you get to goal? How much fat do I need to add back in? I mean, general topics. If people would like me to research it, write about it, make videos about it, I will continue to try to do the kind of condensed content, but for the longer, in-depth, long-form writing or videos or Skyping or responding, you know, setting up a message board or something. I think that'd be cool. And we can all help each other maybe. Adios.